My dear students of class 7, welcome all of you to your renowned school's online class. I hope that all of you are very well and enjoying the online classes. Today, here I am your Rusel sir to conduct your English second paper class. However, first of all, I want to know what happens at your home when you are drinking water and unconsciously you have fallen the glass on the floor and it breaks down. Listening the sound from other rooms, your mother shouts, "What happens, dear?" What do you answer then? What do you answer then? I have broken the glass, or the glass has been broken. What becomes your answer? I have broken the glass, or the glass has been broken. I am 100% sure that not only you, everyone will answer this, that the glass has been broken. It means that I have not broken the glass consciously. It has been done unconsciously. That means you are giving importance it means that you are giving importance on the object instead of the subject you. So, what is the function? Keeping the subject unimportant and giving the object importance. We make this kind of sentence, that means we are making the subject inactive or passive. So, this sentence here subject is passive. In this sentence, subject has been passive. Even I have not written it. I can write it or not, no matter. So, giving the subject unimportance, that means keeping it passive, we write the passive sentence, and giving the subject importance, we write the sentence in active sentence. That is the function of voice, active and passive, two types of voice. So, our today's lesson is voice sense. Our today's lesson is voice sense. Okay, I think you have understood now what is voice, what are the types, two types, and what are the importance. That means, first importance is keeping the subject passive. Keeping the subject passive or inactive or unimportant. And number two is describing some lifeless object. Describing some lifeless object. Okay. So, why do we make the sentences passive? First reason is we want to keep the subject passive or unimportant. And number two is we want to describe some lifeless object. I am giving you more examples. Suppose if your object is an apple. An apple. What will you make if your subject is apple? Of course, you will not write that an apple eats, because apple has not a mouth to eat. Apple cuts. Apple has not hand that it can cut into pieces. So, if we write apple, we make it passive. Suppose an apple is eaten or is cut into pieces. So, if your object is lifeless, it cannot work. It cannot work directly, actively. So, we make it passive. But if your subject is a person and it can work actively, we then make the sentence in active form. Okay, now I think you have understood what is voice sense, what are the types of voice sense, and why do we use the passive voice and why do we use the active voice. I am repeating, for keeping the subject passive, we make passive voice, and for describing some lifeless object, we make passive voice. Okay, now I want to describe how to change. Why do we need to learn changing sentence? And hundreds of years, it is in Bangladesh, we are practicing that. I eat rice, and the passive is rice is eaten by me. Completely foul sentence, because have you ever used this sentence in your practical life in thousands years? No one uses this, rice is eaten by me. No need to it. We can say, I eat rice, I have eaten rice, I will eat rice, I ate rice, whatever I need, but we never write rice is eaten by me. So, this kind of practice is foul practice, no need to do it. But you have to understand why do we make it. For this reason, teachers give you this practicing to make this sentence in passive. But actually, it has no use in practical life. Now, look at how to change. How to change. How to change from active to passive or to passive to active. Actually, if we learn active to passive, then automatically passive to active will be done, because if you can go forward, of course you can come back. So, I am describing how to make passive from active. I am using the same sentence again to make you understand. Here in this sentence, what have I done? It was subject, it was the object, and this one was the principal verb. And here in this sentence, that means to passive, what have I written? I have written the object at first as a subject. So, this is the first rule, make the object as subject, then the subject as object, Write the subject as object, and the principal verb, it must be V3. Principal verb always will be V3 in every sentences, every tenses, always V3. That means past participle form of verb, break, broke, broken, it will always be V3. So, these are the main functions. Subject will be object, object will be subject, and verb will be V3. Then here is another option, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. So, making the subject as object and making the object as subject is very easy, but writing the auxiliary verb is somewhat hard, and finding the object is also somewhat hard, because we know before the verb, auxiliary and principal verb, whatever here is, we can write it as subject, but after the principal verb, there remains in the sentence not only the object, there remains some other things. So, we have to find out which words are the object in the sentence if the sentence is somewhat larger. So, I am giving you example with the same sentence. Suppose if I write in active, I have broken the glass. I have broken the glass. If I add something with the sentence, unconsciously I have broken the glass unconsciously while drinking water. Look at the sentence. Here was only I have broken the glass, but now I have written I have broken the glass unconsciously while drinking water. Now, which word should be the object in this sentence? I have broken the glass unconsciously while drinking water. So, you have to find out the object. How can you find out? You have to ask the verb to ask the verb question what or whom. Suppose broken, what broken? The glass. Whom broken? There is no answer in this sentence. So, no need. If we get only one answer, it's enough to find out the object. So, what broken? The glass broken. So, in this sentence, object will be only the glass. Object will be only the glass. So, in the passive form, what will you write? The glass has been broken, Now, unconsciously while drinking water, write this part after the verb. The glass has been broken unconsciously while drinking water. Then, by me. Is it clear? Find out the object, write a subject, then auxiliary verb, then principal verb V3, and the extra part of the sentence, that means extension, and then write by me or whatever there is in the sentence. So, in this sentence, the sentence is very long, but only this word is the object. But if I write this sentence in another way, what will be then? I have broken the glass I am writing here designed. I have broken the glass designed by my mother. I have broken the glass designed by my mother. Now, which part is object? The glass designed by my mother. These whole words are the object now, because designed by my mother is giving the identity of the glass. Which glass? So, the words after the object giving the extra identity of the object is completely, all the words are the object in the sentence. Is it clear? So, if I want to make this sentence passive, now I have to take this whole part as object in the sentence. The glass designed by my mother. So I have to write the glass designed by my mother. The glass designed by my mother. Now the same thing, auxiliary verb, has been broken, while drinking water. If I want to add something more with the sentence, suppose I have broken the glass designed by my mother with, if I write here, with a beautiful picture of a rural Bangladesh. Then the whole part, the glass designed by my mother with a beautiful picture of rural Bangladesh. All these words will be the object in the sentence, because I told you, you have to ask the verb with the two words, what and whom. If you then ask, what broken? The glass, but which glass? Red glass, black glass, white glass, or the glass designed by my mother with a beautiful scenery of rural Bangladesh. This whole part will be the object. Students generally face problems of finding the object in the sentence. So I told you two things are hard: finding the object in the sentence. Here finding the object is hard, and finding the auxiliary verbs is hard. So I think now you have understood how to find out the object in the sentence. Now I'll discuss how to select the auxiliary verbs in the sentence. So I'm cleaning the whole board. Okay. To select the auxiliary verbs, generally students memorize, but it has a very special tricks to find out the find out the auxiliary verbs. I'm trying to show you that. I'm taking the help of tense, and I'm writing the name of the tense in short. Try to understand. Present indefinite, present continuous, past indefinite, past continuous, future indefinite, future continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Okay, look at this. You know all of these tenses: present indefinite, present continuous, past indefinite. But why have I written these in this serial? Present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, future perfect, present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. Then somewhat right side I have written the continuous tenses. All the continuouses are here. All the continuouses are here in somewhat right portion to make you understand something. Okay, suppose present indefinite tense. Remember our previous sentences. I have broken the glass. Okay, I have broken the glass, and our answer was, remember, of which tense is the sentence? Have broken. So, what is the tense? Of course, you know, present perfect tense. So, I am writing here present perfect tense. This sentence is present perfect tense. I have broken the glass. This sentence is present perfect tense. So, our auxiliary verb will be present perfect continuous, this one. Is it clear? Present perfect tense is the sentence, then our auxiliary will be the next tense, present perfect continuous. It was, has been. Remember the answer? The glass has been broken. Okay, the glass has been broken by me. So, has been, this has been is the auxiliary verb of present perfect tense. You know, in present perfect continuous tense, you know there is have been or has been. So, for this sixth tense, present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, that means indefinite plus perfect. Indefinite plus perfect, and the continuous. 6 continuous and 6 indefinite plus perfect. This will be one rule, this will be another rule. So, this sentence was perfect, present perfect. So, I have written present perfect. I have broken the glass, and take the auxiliary from, since the sentence is present perfect, take the auxiliary from present perfect continuous. There remains have been or has been. With the glass, subject glass, you should choose the verb has been. Okay. Now, I want to give you an example of present continuous or past continuous or future continuous. Okay, I am writing the same sentence in any continuous. Okay, I am writing in past continuous. I am writing the sentence in past continuous. I was breaking the glass. Okay, since the sentence is in continuous, we cannot take the auxiliary verb from the next tense. Now, the auxiliary is given there. For the continuous tenses, auxiliary is given, and we have to use the same auxiliary, but we have to add one extra word, that is being. Look at this, the glass. Write the same auxiliary. There remains was or were according to subject. You have to write. This subject needs was. The glass was. Then this extra word being will be after the auxiliary verb. The glass was being broken by me. Is it clear? For the continuous, 6 continuous, write the extra word being after the auxiliary. The auxiliary is given in the sentence. No need to borrow from next tense. But for the indefinite and perfect tense, you have to borrow the auxiliary verbs from the next tense. Is it clear? I think you have understood. So, was is clicking me that time is over, and I also want to conclude here. So, just I am repeating what we have learned. We have learned what is voice sense, and we have learned the types of voice sense, that means active and passive, and then we have learned the importance of voice sense, that means why do we need to make passive sentence, that is to describe the lifeless object, or to make the subject passive or unimportant in the sentence. And we have learned how to find out the object. We have to find out the object by asking the principal verb two questions, what or whom. If we get any answer of the two, that word is the object, and sometimes some other words may give an extra identity of the object, so we have to take those words also as the object. And then we have learned how to select an auxiliary verb in the sentence, in the passive sentence. So we have to remember the auxiliaries of tenses that we have already learned in class 4 or 5. So we have to write that for indefinite and for perfect tense, we have to borrow the auxiliary from the next tense, and for continuous tense, no need to borrow. The auxiliary is given in the sentence. For any continuous, the auxiliary is given in the sentence. We have to just write an extra word being after the auxiliary. And the principal verb will always be V3, I have told you. So I want to conclude here today. And since voice sense is a very large topic, if I take the next class, it will be of course on voice sense, because some other discussions is already remained. I have to finish them, and I'll suggest you to practice assertive sentence, because today you have learned only assertive sentence. So practice from any English grammar books, open the assertive sentences, there you will get many more examples to exercise. So do that exercises and consult your seniors, maybe father, mother, brother, sister or cousin, anyone who can help you to check their sentences are correct or not. And if you have not that facilities that no one beside you is available to help you to learn English or to check your sentences, then as usual what I say, you can email me. I am writing the email address in capital letter so that you can understand. mmrusel@yahoo.com. And if you want to call me, you can also do. But it's better to email. And if you comment after this video, it will be possible to answer, but after it will be immediately. That means within 1 or 2 days. Because after 2 days, of course, I will not recheck this video or I will not watch this video again. So if you comment under this video, then you have to do it within 1 or 2 days. But email for lifelong, you can send email after 1 month, no matter, I will give you answer. And it's better not to call, but if you want to call, you can do anytime. Okay, thank you. Thank you for today, and until the next class, keep well, stay safe, stay at home, and maintain the social distance. Again, thank you.